Hey everyone! Let's talk about something we all do. Grocery shopping. Prices for everything seeming to go up, up, up. Finding ways to save a little here and there can make a huge difference. That extra cash could be for a fun family outing, a special dinner, or just a little breathing room in your budget. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart. We work hard for our money, so let's make it work hard for us, especially in the kitchen. A few simple tricks can turn that daunting grocery bill into something way more manageable. 5 minutes of planning can save you real dollars. So, what's my number one can't live without it tip? Meal planning. Before you even think about stepping into a store, take a few minutes to sit down and think about what you're going to eat for the week. What's for dinner on Monday? How about Tuesday? And don't forget lunches. This doesn't have to be a fancy gourmet menu. It can be as simple as spaghetti night, Taco Tuesday, leftover remix Wednesday. The goal is just to have a roadmap. This little bit of planning stops that frantic, "What's for dinner?" feeling at 5 o'clock and prevents you from just ordering expensive takeout out of desperation. Okay, here's a golden rule, and I mean it. This is a big one, folks. Never, ever, ever go grocery shopping when you're hungry. I know it sounds so simple, but it is probably the easiest trap to fall into. When your stomach is rumbling, everything in that store looks like the most delicious thing you have ever seen in your entire life. That giant bag of cheesy puffs? Your cart needs it. That fancy display of cupcakes by the entrance? It's calling your name. Your brain is focused on immediate satisfaction, not on your budget or your well-thought-out meal plan. It's a recipe for an overflowing cart and a sky-high bill. Think of your stomach as a little monster that takes over your brain when it's empty. A hungry brain makes impulsive decisions. It's not thinking logically about the chicken you need for Thursday's stir-fry. It's thinking about the bag of cookies it wants to eat in the car on the way home. So what's the fix? It's so easy. Have a snack before you go. It doesn't have to be a full meal. An apple, a handful of almonds, a yogurt, a glass of water. This simple act puts your logical brain back in charge. You'll be able to walk past the bakery section without feeling that magnetic pull. You'll be able to stick to your list because you aren't being guided by a growling tummy. It's like putting on armor before you go into the grocery store battle. You're protected from all those tempting budget-busting impulse buys. I'm not talking about a mental list that you'll forget the second you grab a cart. I mean a real physical list, written on paper or typed into your phone. This list is your roadmap, your guide, your best friend in the store. It's the tool that keeps you focused on your mission. Without a list, you're just a wanderer in a sea of aisles, and wandering leads to spending. A list turns your shopping trip from a casual stroll into a strategic operation. First things first, shop your own kitchen. Before you write down a single item, take a quick look in your pantry, your fridge, your freezer. You might already have 3 cans of diced tomatoes or a half-full box of pasta. There's no reason to buy more of what you already have. This step alone can save you so much money and reduce clutter in your kitchen. It's like finding free money right in your own cupboards. Have you ever noticed that little price on the shelf sticker below the big bold price? That's the unit price. It tells you the cost per ounce, per pound, or per 100 count. This little number is your secret weapon for finding the best deal. A smaller box of cereal might have a cheaper sticker price, but the bigger box might actually cost less per ounce. The unit price does the math for you, making it super easy to compare different sizes and brands to see which one is truly the better value. Let's break it down. Imagine you see 2 bottles of olive oil. One is a 16-ounce bottle for $8, and the other is a 24-ounce bottle for $10.80. At first glance, the $8 bottle seems cheaper, but if you look at the unit price, you might see the smaller bottle is 50 cents per ounce, while the larger bottle is only 45 cents per ounce. The bigger bottle is the better deal. Learning to read and compare unit prices is a skill that takes seconds, but saves you dollars on almost every item you buy. And while we're talking about value, let's talk about store brands. I know some people are loyal to their favorite name brands, but I'm telling you, you have to give store brands, also called private label or generic brands, a try. In many cases, the product inside the less fancy box is made in the very same factory as the big-name brand. You are paying for their advertising and their flashy packaging. Store brands are a fantastic way to save money on pantry staples like flour, sugar, canned vegetables, pasta, spices, milk, cheese. The savings can be significant, often 15 to 30% or even more. My advice? Start small. The next time you shop, pick 1 or 2 items you usually buy from a name brand and swap them for the store brand. Another great way to save is to buy in bulk, but you have to be smart about it. When you see a fantastic sale on non-perishable items that you use all the time, that's the moment to stock up. Pasta, rice, canned tomatoes, beans, paper towels. Buying several of them when they're on a deep discount means you won't have to pay full price later. This is proactive shopping. It does require a little more cash up front, but the savings over the next few months are totally worth it. Make sure you have the pantry space to store your haul. However, there's a flip side. Be careful buying perishable items in bulk, especially fresh produce. That giant bag of salad greens looks like a deal, but not if you throw half away because it wilted. Same for huge packs of avocados. Be realistic about how much your family can eat before it goes bad. Wasting food is like throwing money in the trash. For fresh items, buy smaller quantities more often. Use what you buy. First in, first out. Move older items to the front, new to the back. Get creative with leftovers. Chicken salad from roasted chicken, leftover chicken tossed into soup, leftover veggies scrambled into eggs. Think of leftovers as ingredients for a whole new meal. Buy the store brand canned beans, shredded cheese. I bet you and your family won't even notice the difference in taste, but your wallet will definitely notice the difference in price. Over a year, switching to store brands for just half of your pantry items can add up to hundreds of dollars in savings. It's one of the easiest swaps you can make. Simple, easy tips to save on your grocery bill. Meal planning and making a list, shopping with a full stomach, choosing store brands using unit prices to find the best deals, and buying in bulk when it makes sense. Pick 1 or 2 tips for your next trip. You'll have more money left in your pocket. Now get out there and save. Your wallet will thank you, and you'll feel great about being a savvy shopper.